Hi there, Living Light family. I hope everybody's been doing well. My last video, I was dealing with basically my ego death. Sometimes God will take you out of situations to get your direct attention, even though we're still preoccupied with our devices, preoccupied with healing our past wounds, preoccupied with daily living. God knows this. The last few days, it feels like a week, but it's only been 5 days that I haven't posted. And in those 5 days, I've gone about my daily life more like on a autopilot. And I caught myself ruminating of the things that I can do and the things that I can't do or felt I couldn't do. As many of you guys are aware, I've been working on my house now for over a month. And of course, I've faced many obstacles along that path. My deck is still unfinished. I'm in need of supplies. But and it took a lot of thought process to figure out how I can fix it without just completely cutting out the entire section, and I was just going to put some stairs in and move I have a little deck out in front. I was going to move that. But I prayed hard to God. I asked my angels for help. I asked for direction. And they gave me an idea on how I can fix my deck and put it back to the way it was. So at least I know how to fix it now. We had a freeze here, which blew my pipes of my house. So I had to call a plumber in, which was an unexpected bill. Instead of worrying about how I'm going to pay the bill, I've just thanked God for sending the right person to me with the skill and the knowledge. I still don't have water into the house, but I have 2 hoses that have water coming out of that, so I'm managing okay. We're still dealing with a freeze. My lines are still frozen. I spent, I guess, the last day and a half reading Thessalonians 1 and Thessalonians 2, and I'm moving on to Timothy, 1 Timothy. Jesus is here, and once people realize that Jesus lives in the hearts of man, an epiphany, it's like a light bulb just goes off in your head. When you start allowing Jesus and God and the angels to work through you, you're actually doing God's work. God is a good God, and God doesn't want to see any of his children suffering. The laws that we have were put in place for the ungodly, for the unruly, for the murderers, for the stealers, for the liars. They weren't put there for the righteous. They were put there for the unrighteous, because we do deal with people that aren't godly or don't allow God to work through them. And that's not a judgment call, that's a fact. We can look at any of our current leaders right now and the way that they're treating their people, and see clearly that they are not working with God in their heart for the good of all, for all people on earth. And this is for every race, every nation, every city and town across the world. I've been struggling because I wanted to come back on. And my ego was like, oh, they're going to say this or they're going to say that. And then God said, let them talk, let them do what they will. The ones that are for you are for you, and the ones that are against you won't have any access to you. They can say whatever they want. But you know, when we say things about others, it's how we truly feel about ourselves. And that's a fact. So the word you speak, definitely bring into your reality that experience. So I'm learning how to choose my words carefully so that my message is made clear, so that you can understand what I'm trying to say. It's not to be I can't think of the word, but my intentions have always been to just help people. I don't mean to come across as better than anybody else. That's just been my shield that I've carried around for all these years to protect myself. And the funny thing is, the most thing that I yearned for was connections. But yet when I made connections, my ego would kick in and you're going to get hurt. So run away. So I've always been a runner. I get close to people and then I run away because I don't want to get hurt. I have to stop running. Even though I haven't been posting, I've still been watching different readings, different people I follow that mean a lot to me. And in the readings, you know, it's all coming out that Spirit is definitely talking. Or they're hearing my prayers, or hearing my thoughts. Because we are all connected to each other. So when you realize that we're all connected to each other, you really sit with it and you realize all the thoughts, all the words, all the mumblings going on in our own thought process, how that affects other people and the world around us. So I just thought I would come back on and tell you how grateful I am, how thankful I am to God for showing me the way, for protecting me, for having favor over my life. It's a fantastic day. And every day afterward is going to be a fantastic day. So instead of saying it will be fantastic, it is fantastic. The world is changing. People are changing. People are worshiping God more. And that makes God happy. God just wants to be your best friend. He wants to be your confidant. He wants to be the person you run to first. And sometimes we forget that. But God doesn't get mad when we do that. He understands who we are. He understands what we're living with. He understands the world that we're living in. He knows that we're shadowed and clouded by all kinds of commercialism, greed. But he also sees how everybody is stepping up to the plate and helping the less fortunate. And things are going to change even more. And you'll notice it in your world too, as I have in mine. It takes strength to admit your wrongs. It takes courage to step past your fears. When you have God working with you, He gives you all the strength and courage you need to make it, to say His message. God is here with us, and He lives in your heart. Jesus walks by your side. Never doubt that. Never doubt that your connections don't go unnoticed. Your prayers are answered. Know that God has favor over your life. Know that God is working behind the scenes to make it right for everybody involved. Know that your prayers are heard. Know that your kindness is felt. Know that your love is felt. I love you guys so much. I'm so grateful that I have this channel, that I have you in my life, that we're all working together for the good of all. All your blessings are going to be coming soon. They're on the way. We just have to line up energetically to them. You need to find your self-worth. I need to find my self-worth. We all need to find our own self-worth. And that starts with loving yourself just as you are, your imperfections and your perfections, the things you're good at and the things you're not good at. And always say to yourself, I can do it. I can do it. I can do it. And God will send His angels to help you. God bless you guys. Have a wonderful day. And I'll see you in my next upload. God bless.